Hey freaks, Tim back here. As promised, today I've got a best of show for you because it is
Labor Day 2023.
By the way, occasionally I will get messages from a listener saying, Tim, why do you even bother doing introductions for best of shows? I know you just record a bunch of these things in advance to use whenever you don't feel like doing a show. Stop acting like you're actually sitting in front of a microphone on the day the best of show airs. The whole point of taking the day off is so you don't have to record anything, so stop the charades or I'll blow your fucking head off. Or an email similar to that. Sometimes it's not quite as threatening, and sometimes it's even more threatening. Well, I say this to the psycho killer and any others who don't believe that I'm actually doing this introduction on
September 4th.
Well, how do you explain this? Over the past weekend, this topical news event happened.
Hold on, I gotta do a thing. Jimmy Buffett died at the age of 76 this weekend. No, I wanted to sing Annie Lennox.
See? That was the most noteworthy thing that happened, and I knew about it, which proves I did...
Las Vegas is flooding.
I did not pre-record...
People are stuck at Burning Man.
Not pre-record any
The lead singer of Smash Mouth is on his deathbed and or he may have already died.
Which proves I did not pre-record any of this beforehand. I hope that puts that awful rumor to rest. Anyway, I got a great best of show for you today. Of course, I will be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. This is going to be a show for everyone tomorrow. I know typically on Tuesdays we do a sideshow only episodes, but we're just going to push everything back a day. So tomorrow, everyone's going to get a brand new episode, and then on Wednesday, we'll do a sideshow exclusive one. All right, enjoy this best of show, and I will see you back tomorrow. A pop princess in turmoil. I'm Sapphire Hart with an Entertainment Tonight news blast. Cerebra Venti, whose hit song Now skyrocketed up the dance charts last fall, was arrested last night according to KZLA News. This dumb country is full of toothless hilljacks. Good evening, I'm Stealth Nunley. That was a quote caught on closed-circuit television as pop star Cerebra Venti could be seen hopping up on a counter of a Domino's Pizza on Vineland Avenue. After a string of expletives, she opened box after box of pizza destined for delivery and proceeded to defecate and or blow snot rockets on the food.
I'm gonna do it! I gotta shit!
In video you'll see only here, Cerebra Venti appears to be intoxicated as she screams death to America, I hate my dumb brain-dead fans, and I totally suck the Pope's dick. He looks like he's hung. Plus, old dudes have low-hanging balls, and I like it when they swing them and they hit my face. After which she picked up a piece of her bowel movement and used it as a writing utensil to scrawl swastikas surrounded by hearts, kill faggots in bubble lettering, and the N-word 3 times on the inside window of the Domino's.
Look at all my asshole fans gathering outside. I want to shit on all your faces! Come on, guys, let's go home. I want to kill my mom before she leaves for yoga.
After Cerebra bludgeoned her 64-year-old mother with her Teen Choice Award, she led police on a 3-hour high-speed chase. Speaking from the La Cabra County Jail where she's being held without bond, Cerebra chose to talk exclusively to E.T. about the incident.
Oh my god, this shit has been bananas!
Girl, you are looking fierce. How you holding up in there?
Oh my god, you've gotta help me! Call my interior designer, get him over here stat! Seriously though, they took everything I said out of context. These are just my haters trying to stir shit up.
Why did you defecate on all those pizzas?
Nah. I mean, everybody poops, right?
How do you respond to critics who say this is all just a publicity stunt because you have a new album coming out?
Oh my god, thank you so much for asking. Yeah, I've got a new album coming out on October 17th called Truly Me. It totally shows off my badass side. I really think the new album, in conjunction with me getting arrested for the high-speed police chase and, shitting on the pizza, is really gonna give me some street cred.
A police spokesman said Cerebra is facing 15 to 20 years in prison for a laundry list of charges, but then quickly gave us a wink and added she'll be out in time for the start of her Fun Shit World Tour this December. This has been an ET News Blast. We leave you now with Cerebra's #1 hit song, Nah. 6 o'clock in the morning, the sun is rising outside my windows. You're not laying beside gone. I need your strong arms around me. Want that dick up against my asshole. Push it deep in until you lose control. Troll. I don't know if I need you. I just know that I want you. Fill my cunt with your milky seed. Use my Snatch and we'll smoke some weed. Fuck my pussy in my ass. Fuck indoors and then on grass. Fuck my tits. Fuck my mouth. When I gag, just pour it out. Work that meat until it's beaten. Pussy like a car, it's overheating. Spewing that goo and the dick gets brewing. Blowing and flowing, that cum gets growing. I don't know if I need you. I just know that I want you. I want charges inside of me. Take my cunt with your man meat. Hey, freaks, it's Friday, September 25th, 2015. Coming up on the program today, a new contender for worst stand-up comedian ever. Plus, checking in with Peter Popoff, pissing on bears, and the Department of Transportation wants me to eat a dick. All this plus your voicemails today on DV.
It's the Distorted View Show with Tim Henson.
The guy, he's into dirty underwear or something. I don't know. He's a sniff freak.
Freaks, Tim Henson with you, and in the week with a Sideshow exclusive program. If you're listening, you're paying members, thank you so much for that. Got a great program. I'm so glad we were able to check in and see what's been happening with Cherie Braventi. Sounds like her career is right on track. I got a bunch of great stuff to share with you. DV listener Haley's Comet sent me a link to something really interesting. A website all about coffin births. Have you ever heard of this? Coffin births is also known as post-mortem extrusion. It's the expulsion of a non-viable fetus through the vaginal opening of a dead, decomposing body. In other words, it's a corpse pussy farting out a dead baby. You think I'm kidding, but wait till you hear this next line. Essentially, it's the result of the buildup of gas, which applies pressure to the uterus, causing it to be expelled and sometimes turned inside out. The gas is produced by bacteria in the organs and abdominal cavity during the process known as putrefaction. Now, for you female listeners out there who are having trouble conceiving, this must really make you feel like shit. Corpses can give birth. You are a failure of a woman on all accounts. So according to Wikipedia here, doing a little more reading about coffin births, the intra-abdominal gas pressure may force the eversion and prolapse of the uterus, which results in the expulsion of the fetus through the vaginal canal. The dead baby corpse is riding on fart gas. It's windsurfing out of the pussy. That deserves another ta-da, sure. Thank you so much, Haley's Comet, for the information on coffin births. Speaking of deaths, I've got audio here of a comedian dying on stage. Guys, we have played a lot of shitty stand-up comedians. This might be the most cringeworthy I've ever encountered. You know, a lot of these bad stand-up comedians all sound the same. That's one of the reasons why I haven't really been playing a lot of them for you. I mean, once you hear one horrible comedian dying on stage, you've heard them all. But once in a while, there's a comedian so bad, he or she takes bombing to a whole new level. Like, we're reaching nuclear levels here. Take a listen. This is Ophelia.
こんにちは。私の名前はオフェリアです。私は17歳です。Oh wait, I'm sorry. This is open mic night, not an anime convention. What the heck was I thinking? Hello, my name is Ophelia. I am just so happy to be here. So, does anybody want to hear a weird story? Anyone raise their hands? Hey, you in the back. I saw that hand go up. Okay, that's...
She's laughing at herself. Nothing she's done has been funny, and it just goes downhill from there.
Let's just get this show on the road so I can enjoy my nuts. Anyway, so I was taking a shower one day, and I was getting ready for something. I can't even remember what I was getting ready for because I have the worst memory on the planet, apparently. And I grabbed...
Was that a a joke? I keep thinking, is what she's saying right now a joke, or is it still the setup?
To come in and use the bathroom.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on here. So I think her grandmother walked in.
And my grandma had to come in and use the bathroom. And,
She lost her place.
Sorry. And from what I heard from her, she's noticed my underwear like crawl under the doorway, which was weird. It was like just inching under the doorway bit, and then she turned around and went like, Ophelia, I think your underwear just crawled under the doorway. And I just remember going, And I remember thinking, what the heck was she smoking? Because whatever it was, I gotta get her to quit fast. Because, it's kind of like that one, like, illusion or hallucination or whatever the heck you want to call it. And you just go like, I gotta lay off the triple shots of espresso.
Oh my God.
And then,
this audience is way too polite.
sometime later, guess what? It turned out to be my cat. My cat stole my underwear. Can you believe it? I know it sounds weird, right? Just hearing me say it. Imagine how it was to see it.
All right, this is a real problem with people who think they're funny and want to be comedians. Something interesting or mildly amusing will happen to them, and they'll think, well, this is what I should talk about up on stage. No one cares. You're not telling jokes. You're just recalling something that happened in your life, and it's not that funny to anyone who's not you.
My cat, slipped his paw under the doorway, got my underwear, and just dragged it under the doorway. Can you imagine that happening? Anybody?
Yeah, cats do that.
So it was pretty much like a panty raid, except only instead of a frat boy at a college dorm, it was my cat, I was in the shower, and it was daytime. And then afterwards I dried off and all that, and I just looked at my cat like, dude, seriously, what the heck were you thinking stealing my underwear? And probably my cat was just thinking, I can have his underwear.
Crickets.
And if he actually did say that, I'd be like, yeah, no way in heck. No chance in the grave, dude. Just buzz off. Anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You have been a wonderful audience. Good night.
Oh, boy. I think this was like an open mic night at a coffee house or something. These guys were way too polite. This wasn't a comedy club. Man, you know what, though? She thought she was hilarious. She was laughing at everything she was saying. I guess maybe she was trying to cue the audience as to where they should be laughing. All right, moving on now. To this day, I get about 1 to 2 letters a month from Peter Popoff Ministries. We've talked about Peter Popoff on the show many times. He's a televangelist, a scam artist, really. He wants to send you his miracle water. So Peter Popoff is a big scam, right? One of you listeners gave Peter Popoff Ministries my contact information, my P.O. Box address, and I did. I received some miracle water. I've also received a prayer handkerchief, a little plastic cross, some little cushion I'm supposed to put in my shoe and walk on. Peter Popoff is really spending a lot of money trying desperately to get me to respond to him. I've never once replied or sent him any money. This dude's got to be loaded if he can afford to send letter after letter to me every month. I've got some new testimonials from a recent Peter Popoff television ministry.
Back in 2007, I had called for some miracle spring water from you. I was having trouble conceiving children, and now it's 2011. I not only have one child, I have 2 kids.
By 2 different men, and I've got another 3 on the way. Thank you, Peter Popoff.
My tubes is healed.
My tubes is healed. My tubes is healed. I mean, everyone in the audience is poor and or black. Peter Popoff should be charged with hate crimes because he's targeting these people who don't know any better. He actually gets these people to believe in supernatural debt cancellation. God, believe me, if there is a company or collection agency after you, Jesus Christ himself can descend from heaven and tell these debt collectors to their face, leave this man alone. Cancel his debts. And they'll be like, fuck you, Jesus, you don't pay my bills. I don't do my job. I don't get paid. This motherfucker racked up $100,000 in credit card bills. You want me to eliminate it? What the fuck you smoking, Jesus? All right, here's another testimonial.
Wrote and requested the Miracle Spring water, and she used it on you, and what happened?
Well, I was on drugs for over 20 years on cocaine and heroin.
Heroin, another guy who cannot say heroin.
And when I took the Miracle Spring water,
don't do drugs you can't pronounce.
I got saved. I got delivered. I got healed.
I just wanted to tell you, you have become a real close friend to me. My name's Sister Watts, and you have been writing to me. My heart had been...
These people actually believe that Peter Popoff is writing to them, that these letters are handwritten. I mean, they're made to look handwritten, but you can tell they're printed in mass quantities. I guess if you're the type of person who can be fooled into thinking that Peter Popoff is literally handwriting you notes, you're the type of person who will fork over cash to him.
Happened 50 times in my sleep. But
wait, what happened 50 times? Did you have a stroke? Something horrible must have happened to her.
And you had been writing to me. My heart had been stopping 50 times.
Her heart stopped 50 times?
My sleep.
Oh, in her sleep. That's what those CPAP machines are for. That's when you have sleep apnea. Your heart stops when you sleep. That's what she's talking about here.
But I had drunk your miracle water and went back to the doctor, and I had started, my heart had stopped just picking up regular heartbeats, so now they took me off the heart machine. But God has healed me through your ministry, so I just want to tell you thank you. And he also delivered me off crack cocaine. 8 years I've been clean.
That's probably why your heart was messed up, lady.
9 years. I was 15, diagnosed with HIV. Never once could I put that in my soul. We began to write you that spring water. See my doctor, I was having seizures, pulling my hair, just nerve down.
Now I'm HIV free.
Took me off alone.
Oh, Lord. She's like, she's clucking like a chicken.
No, nothing. No HIV, no nothing. Amen. You told me that.
How is this shit not actionable? You know what I mean?
Delivered. You're going to see healing from cancer in your family. You need to get the Miracle Spring water.
He basically just said this water can cure cancer.
You've seen people receive divine transfers and heard their testimonies.
It's a supernatural cancer cure.
Supernaturally.
Mysteriously.
Wondrously transferred into your bank account. We were just in, I believe it was in Newark, New Jersey. A man got up and he told us about a divine transfer of $20,000. Isn't that right?
That's right.
This money's just coming out of thin air. Oh, my God. Okay, that's Peter Popoff. I mean, the people that he's talking to are broken, sad people. They've got nothing to look forward to in life, right? And they can't get to sleep. Their mind is racing. I mean, Peter Popoff comes on the TV at like 3 or 4 in the morning. And this guy, here he is talking, there's supernatural money to be had. You don't have to do anything. Just get my free Miracle Spring water. All you have to do is follow the instructions included and you'll get magical, supernatural debt cancellation and the checks will start coming in the mail. $10,000. I see someone getting a $300,000 check. And the poor idiot watching TV is like, yeah, I want that to happen to me. I want to be one of these people. They're getting these checks from some unknown. I want to know who these checks are from. The people who are talking to Peter Popoff are like, yeah, I got $15,000 in the mail. What? Who signed the check? Who's it from? Money doesn't just materialize out of thin air like that. There's got to be an account where this money's coming from. I mean, it's nuts. All right, so that's Peter Popoff. 2 more very short clips, and then we'll get into the news. This is a woman who is blocking a parking spot. She's standing in a spot so no one else can park there. Meanwhile, a car is backing in, trying to take the spot. Let's see who wins this fight.
The spot! Yes, I can!
The woman in the car is like, you can't do that! I don't know if you can hear it, but you can obviously hear the woman screaming, yes, I can!
The spot! Yes, I can!
I don't think you can.
Move it! Move it, lady! Yes! You're gonna run me over!
Yeah!
And I'm calling police right now! You're running me over!
actually trying to call the cops, and I don't think she would win that fight. Like, you can't block a spot like that.
You're running me over, lady!
Oh, I would have just gunned it. Just totally smushed her. Lady! Move your car, lady!
Yeah, I've got all day, so if you don't want to move, I can stay going.
She's running me over.
Lady, you're not in a car. She's not in a car. I don't know who she's waiting for.
Is there a law? Are you going to run her over?
You're going to physically run me over?
I mean, I don't know the entire story here, and clips like this really drive me crazy because there's no closure. You know, the video clip just ends, and that's all I get. There's no follow-up. But ethically speaking, I don't think people should be allowed to save spots for people. First come, first serve, bitches. All right, one more clip here. This is a guy on, I don't know, this is some, like, Discovery wilderness show. And he's talking about how a bear, he was confronted by a bear. And if a bear is up in your grill, you know, if he's up in your space, how do you deal with a bear? Well, this guy has a unique method.
But not leave. So finally, he's sitting down here in front of the house. And I got my 357 out, unzipped my pants.
Wait a second, you had a gun, but instead you unzipped your pants. What, are you gonna fuck the bear?
My pants, got my out.
Sounds like it. Sounds like he's gonna fuck the bear.
Unzipped my pants, got my out, and went and pissed right on his face.
Oh.
And he was going like this, you know.
The bear actually put up his hands to try to block the pee.
And it didn't move, you know. I couldn't believe it. So I shot him.
No, well.
And, well, you can't piss in somebody's face and not kill them, you know.
That's an interesting life lesson. You can't piss in someone's face without killing them.
So, yeah, I shot him. Just kind of outmade him. Yeah.
If you ever find yourself alone with a bear, try peeing on them. And with that, let's get into the crazy, bizarre, twisted up, fucked up news right now. Oh my God, I have something really disgusting to tell you. Yesterday on the program, I was playing audio clips from a porn, right, with two lesbians and a funnel and some sort of weird, like, pink concoction that they were using the funnel. They were pouring this stuff into the girl's ass, and then she would fart it out, spray it out, shit it out onto the other woman's face, and she would drink it. Ever since I played that, and I'm embarrassed to say, I have had a craving for Nestle Quick strawberry milk. I don't know why. Thinking about the pink stuff spraying out of her asshole, especially at the end when it's kind of chunky and it's like, oh, what is that mixed with? What's giving it the lumps? I shouldn't want to drink anything that looks like that, but I did. I never drink chocolate milk. I never drink especially strawberry milk. I think it's disgusting. But today, I went to the gas station and I bought myself some Nesquik strawberry milk. I had like 2 sips of it and I was like, oh, this is enough. But yeah, this is what happens. I see something on TV for 2 seconds, I immediately want it. Advertisers love me. Milk. I know I'm driving someone crazy. Milky. I'm sorry. Milky. Yes, I know what I'm saying. 3 quick stories now. First up, it's interesting. You know, the Pope is here in the United States doing his popely duties. And one of the things about this particular Pope is he's kind of against capitalism, the greed of it all. He thinks people should give more to help the needy and shit, right? It's interesting because Popapalooza is in full effect, where people are on the streets selling Pope memorabilia, marking up Pope bobbleheads and shit to sell the complete rubes. Yeah, Popapalooza is underway as the Pope is continuing his U.S. tour, and the assortment of items up for grabs to commemorate Pope Francis's visit is quite eclectic. And because this is the internet age, a lot of these things can be purchased online, like a limited edition gold leaf decorative Papal champagne bottle filled with non-alcoholic sparkling water. It features Pope Francis raising his arms in front of Philadelphia's famous Rocky Balboa statue. It's being sold on Etsy for $50. Then we've got Pope on a Rope soap. It's exactly as it is named. With your very own Pope on a Rope soap, you can wash away your sins, according to Etsy seller Pope Up Philly, which lists the set for $40. You can also get Pope Pop Art coasters. Kind of looks like a retarded Andy Warhol painting. There's 4 coasters in neon colors. Hug a Pope pin you can get for $1.50 on Etsy. You can buy a 10-inch plush Pope doll. It's available on Amazon for $25. Pope card. Oh, a Pope toaster. Now, this is interesting. Toast the Pope's arrival in the U.S. by making toast with his face on it. The commemorative Pope toaster also allows you to spread more than just butter on your bread. You can burn the phrase, spread the love, on your slices, too. The product, which is being sold on Amazon by the Pope Toaster, is listed at $58.95. There's also a crochet Pope, a rookie card, like a baseball card thing with the Pope's picture on it, and finally the Pope bobblehead that can also be found on Amazon.com. You know, I did a little bit of research myself. No one is selling a Pope dildo. Now, I realize that seems blasphemous, but you may remember the website divine-interventions.com, who sell an entire line of religious-themed sex toys, including Jackhammer Jesus, Buddha's Delight, Baby Jesus, the Devil, Virgin Mary, a nun, the Grim Reaper. This company could have made a killing by capitalizing on the Pope's visit with the Pope dildo. But alas, they did not. By the way, if you want to know what the Jackhammer Jesus is all about, Jesus was a carpenter, now he's the power tool. He's the baddest and the best in all of Nazareth. The Jackhammer Jesus has just one safety rule: feet first, not the head, you fool. I guess that's supposed to be a poem or something. It's 7.5 inches high, and it's made of high-quality silicone. It's $65 and available in a variety of colors. So you can check that out over there at divine-intervention.com. But before you do, go to Adam and Eve. See if they have any religious-themed dildos. Use coupon code FREAK. All right, second story we have for you. If you are looking to have children and you want to make sure you have a boy, the best way to do that is to get extremely fat. It seems that a child's sex may all be down to its father's waistline. A new study has found that overweight and obese men are significantly more likely to father sons than the slimline counterparts. Because slim men look like ladies, wearing their skinny jeans and putting their hair up in buns. Faggots. Real men got meat on their bones. And, love handles. Gunts. I mean, this study has got to be bullshit, right? Here in America, everyone is super fat. We should be giving birth to nothing but boys. There should be a shortage of girls being born. A new study has found that overweight and obese men are significantly more likely to father sons than their slimline counterparts. The research, which was published in the Journal of Fertility and Sterility, I guess, studied 8,500 couples undergoing fertility treatment, while the slim men fathered 611 boys and 569 girls, which is perfectly in line with the typical 7% pro-male sex ratio. The overweight and obese men were a massive 20% more likely to father sons. Commenting on the groundbreaking research, Peking University Hospital, who conducted the study, said, the present study is the first to report that overweight and obese men lead to a higher sex ratio at birth compared with normal weight men. Although the subject obviously needs a lot more research to work at how and why this could be the case. Dudes wanting boys should fill up on Twinkies, ho-hos, and pies. Just in case. And to you single ladies who are looking to start a family on your own, if you want a boy, I think I've got the perfect sperm donor for you.
Hi, folks. Hi. Fat Man here again. And today I am going to be eating 12 tacos folks.
That's not all. Fat Man, how are you going to wash down those tacos?
I'm going to be drinking 3 cans of gravy with it.
Not just one, 3 jars of gravy.
See the gravy, folks? Oh, yeah.
You know, I watched the video, and he was able to get down all 12 tacos, surprise, surprise, and the gravy. You might think it's disgusting, but there's no chance he is going to father a girl. His semen is probably 98% gravy. You use his cum, you're guaranteed a boy. I mean, a very mentally deficient boy, but you're gonna have a boy.
Oh yeah, gotta get it all down, folks. A little gravy to wash it down. Nice beef gravy, folks.
That's what you can name your child if you have one with the Fat Man. Name him Beef Gravy. All right, final story we have for you. It's a short one, and it just so happens to come from our most fucked up state. Say it with
Florida, our most fucked up state.
Uh-oh, looks like Orlando has some pranksters. A local prankster keeps hacking the road sign on Bumby Avenue. The electronic road sign on Bumby, just north of South Street, was once again hacked by a local prankster. The blinking message, which warned motorists, quote, warning, dinosaur on loose, first appeared roughly 3 days ago and has since been changed back. The hack happened just 6 days after someone reconfigured the sign to say inappropriate things like, eat farts, and hey, nice dick. All right, guys, I'm going to tell you how you can hack these road signs, and I expect you to do me proud. How about Jagoo? How about DistortedView.com? How about Tim Henson is a faggot? Something like that. So if you find one of these road signs, the access panel is generally protected by a small lock, but often they're left unprotected. So you open the access panel. The control pad is attached by a curly cord with the keyboard on the face, and you can simply scroll down the menu selection to instant text, and then type whatever you want it to display and hit enter to submit. Now, you can either throw it, I'm reading this from a Gawker website here. You can now either throw it up on the sign by selecting run without save, or you can add more pages to it by selecting add page. Now, should it ask for you for a password, try DOTS. In all caps. I don't know if that matters. That's the default password. But if for some reason they changed the password from the default, hold Control and Shift, and while holding it, enter DIPY. This is going to reset the sign and reset the password to DOTS. And then you can use DOTS. You're in. You hack the sign, and you can again write whatever you want. Make it say whatever you want. Please do this. I mean, I don't want to take any responsibility. Do it at your own risk, but it would be totally cool if you did. And then take a picture of it and send it to me. I'll send you some free Distorted View merchandise. That, my friends, is that the end of the story? Yeah, the pranksters haven't been caught. They're still on the loose. Chances are you won't get caught either. It's cool. It's cool to break the law. That, my friends, is your Distorted News for Friday. Let's do a couple voicemails and get the hell out of here. All right, it is time to check in with my freaks. I can't say it's my favorite part of the program because you guys are just the worst.
Timmy Boo.
Some of you guys are the worst when it comes to the voicemails. Some of you actually contribute.
Hi, it's Amanda. I'm calling from Maryland. Long-time listener, I'd say since 2005.
Nice. Long-time listener.
And
Can you believe we have been together for over 10 years? A lot of you guys have been listening to the show for 10 years.
Just listening to some recent...
Longer than any relationship I've ever had.
Past, and somehow the topic of your sexuality came up. I did not know this, and maybe I just didn't get the message, or maybe you don't really talk about it too often, but I did not know that you're an actual faggot.
Everyone calls me a faggot on this program. You had to have questioned my sexuality at some point.
I thought the joke was...
How about this? I love big black cocks in my mouth. I can't get enough of it. I'm cuckoo for big black uncircumcised smegma cocks. I love it. Is that something a vagina-loving person would say? I've actually never had black cock. Obviously. Because if I did, I'd want to be like those blonde bitches in the porn. They're like, yeah, I want your nigger dick.
I call you a faggot, but you are. You're a careless fairy.
Yeah.
And I love it. So that just makes me love you more. You're amazing. Love you. Keep up the good work. And try to... I know what I wanted to ask you.
Try to what?
I need you to tell me where the Sextastic Tuesday episode, where this woman, she put rotted meat in her vagina. I know that there were maggots. I think she fished it out of a dumpster, and the maggots were squirming inside of her.
Yeah, there was a couple stories. She's the botfly girl or blowfly girl or something. A lot of people ask about that. I know we've played those stories as best of before, but I can do it again. I'll try to find one that we haven't, because she's written a few stories about her endeavors, and I'll try to find one that we haven't replayed a lot of next time I do a best of.
It was probably like at least 6 years ago.
Yeah, it's an old one.
But I'll never forget that one. If you could link me to that direct episode or let me know what number it is, I would love to re-listen.
You know what? I would suggest, I don't know if you've checked out Freakypedia. It's a site that used to be updated. I don't know anymore. I haven't done a lot with it. Let me see. Maggots. Let me just do a quick search for maggot. Oh, look, Blowfly Girl. Look at this. I love this website. We really need to start working on Freakypedia because it's a great resource that sadly hasn't really been... It's been neglected for a while. Blowfly Girl, Debbie, her name is Debbie, born September 1980, better known as Blowfly Girl, is the handle of a woman who has a fetish for garbage. According to her blog, she's a transcriptionist from Illinois. 3 of her encounters that were written on her blog were read for Sextastic Tuesday. So I suggest you check out May 2nd, 2006, December 9th, 2008, and September 24th, 2013. Those are Sextastic Tuesdays I read based on Blowfly Girl's blog entries. So there you go. Once again, the Freakypedia coming through for us.
Yo, Tim. Long-time Section member Boozle.
Hello.
Yo,
another listener who sounds depressed.
I forgot to ask about 4 months ago when I noticed, or however fucking long it was, but whatever happened to the DV radio? I used to pound that shit when I was doing... going through work and stuff. But
yeah, DV Radio...
not there anymore, and I don't think I ever heard you say a word about why it went away.
It went down because I was looking at the stats, and I don't know if it was because I neglected it and it was the same stuff. I thought I included tons and tons of shows, so it wouldn't be repeated very often. But not a lot of people were listening to it, and it actually cost money. There's 2 separate payments I had to make to run DV Radio. I had to pay for a special server that does live radio, and then I also had to pay this company so I could play real music and legally, which was not cheap. I mean, it wasn't tons of money, but I just didn't want to pay for it. For like 15 or 20 people to listen to, it wasn't quite worth it. I am going to be bringing back live streaming because when I start doing some live shows and stuff. We'll need to have that, but I'm not sure what's going to appear on the live stream when I'm not actually doing shows.
Hey, Tim. I think I've broken the Bristol stool chart.
What the hell came out of your ass?
Okay, so yesterday...
Did it look like strawberry milk?
Today is Labor Day, by the way, just to date this voicemail. So yesterday I figured, didn't have to go into work. So I thought I'd party it up. So I got really high and really drunk by myself, and I just started eating, and I ate like 3 or 4 pounds of food just in a single afternoon. I was so high and drunk at the time that I just went to bed and I didn't even feel it. But then I woke up at like 3 in the morning, and I just sat on the toilet, and just there was so much stuff in my intestines, it just hurt.
Like, was it liquidy shit, or were you, shitting bricks?
And, yeah, I was going to record it, but...
That's a shame.
There really wasn't anything to listen to, because it just sounded like water pouring out, and that was basically it. It was like my stomach...
That's what I want to hear.
went directly to my asshole and poured all of the goop and like stuff. Like it wasn't even. It's like it just rushed through my intestine. It was crazy. It was like an.
That is crazy.
Like it was insane.
Well,
I just wanted to share that with you.
What could have caused that? The combination of weed and the food? Could weed do that to you? Does weed affect your system like that?
Anybody else has ever?
It's been so long since I've smoked. Although, Ohio's got a marijuana thing on the ballot. Might be legal here in Ohio soon. The shows are going to get a lot crazier if that's the case.
Jigoo, Timmy Boo. This is Sideshow member Scumhook here, calling in from Australia. I listened to the show the other day, and somehow you managed to fucking trigger your Google device with an OK Google thing, and it started searching for whatever it was.
I wasn't sure if you guys could hear that in the background.
Across the other side of the room. I think you were fucking around with Siri. I don't know what the fuck you did. Anyway.
Hey, Siri! I just like to fuck up people's iPhones and shit. Hey, Siri! Hey, Siri!
I thought, well, on the off chance you play the voicemail through the speaker.
Okay, Google.
Speaker in your room, and on the off chance there's a freak somewhere in the world who's playing it near their iPhone or Android device, I think we need to do this. Siri, find me child pornography.
Yeah.
Okay, Google. Pictures of naked boys. Preschool anal sex. All right. Anyway, that'll do it. Hopefully that fucked up. Hopefully it'll fuck up somebody's life.
Yeah, if it did trigger your phone, let me know. Interesting experience.
Hey, Timmy Boo, Florida man here. I'm on my way to work, as per usual, when I'm listening to your show, and I'm listening to.
Are you guys enjoying the early postings of the show?
Today's episode of 8th of September, 2015. And you're reading the Paula Deen Sextastic Tuesday mini story.
Yeah.
And
remember that.
You're referring to you made a joke about her sugar acting up, and it reminded me of something you said, I don't know, like a year ago, when you're making fun of diabetics, and you said that they. You said something to the effect of, "Oh, you got the candy blood." Well, I really wish you'd have referred to Paula's sugar acting up as the candy blood, because I think that's delightful. So, all right, just wanted to say
that's funny.
That.
All right, thank you very much. And finally today...
This is LeBaron, Sergeant Freakin' Salem. I'm calling...
This is the real LeBaron today.
About... you had a little aside about video game music, 8-bit video, 8-bit, 16-bit video game music.
Hey, did you know, real quick, I got to mention this, because I'm a big fan of, like I said, 8-bit, 16-bit video game retro systems. There is a Kickstarter campaign for a new video game console. This isn't like, some Android, like Ouya thing. This is like a real new console. But it's designed to play like old school type games. But they're going to be new games. Does that make sense? Like, it's going to play side scrollers and stuff like that. But all of the games will be new, and they're going to be on cartridges. So the games will load really quick. If you're a fan of, like, Nintendo, Genesis, those type of games, you'll be able to play brand new games on the system. I hope I'm describing it correctly. And you can even they're even going to have, like, 3D games and stuff. But it's really going to be designed to have that old school look. And what's really interesting is if you look at the design of the console, it looks a lot like the Atari Jaguar. Right? And the reason why is because they got a hold of some of the machining that was used to produce the Atari Jaguar, and so that's why the system is going to look like that, basically. They're kind of just copying the design. And the cartridges, I think, also look similar. Now, I don't know if this Kickstarter campaign is going to be a success. I think they've raised like $62,000, but I think they want to raise like $1 million or something to produce this. I don't know of the appeal. I guess their big thing is they're like, games today take forever to actually start playing. You buy a new Metal Gear Solid game or a new Halo game or something. You pop it in your system. Like old school games, you just put the cartridge in, you start playing. These new games, though, you got to install it. And after you install it, you got to run the updates, and then the updates have to install. And then you can't even really start playing because it's like 30 minutes of intro shit. Cinematics and tutorials and stuff. So this is like an old school... It's a new console, but it's for people who enjoy old school gaming. If you're a fan of cartridge-based games, you might want to look into that. I don't know the name of the Kickstarter. I'm sorry.
I just wanted to contribute. There's a song now. First of all, I know everyone. I know it can seem tiring when everyone continuously rants and raves about Earthbound and its sequel, but I'm talking about Mother 1, the prequel.
I never got into those games. I mean, they look great, but I just never played them.
So hopefully this is a little bit more obscure and a little bit more interesting. Look, if you could do me the biggest favor, look up Roving Tank, R-O-V-I-N-G.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Mother 1. And that song is absolutely mind-blowing. It is like, it's 80s, like, power rock on, 8-bit. It was on the NES, but Mother 1 was on the NES, and it has this outstanding soundtrack, powerful with...
You know a game that I remember very fondly, and I don't know if this was a popular game. It was for the Nintendo. It was called Crystalis. And all I remember is the beginning is like you waking up in some sort of like cryogenic chamber. You've been asleep for thousands of years, and there's been like a nuclear war, and it seems like there's not a lot of technology. It's kind of like gone back to the Dark Ages. But the gameplay was a lot like Zelda. Like, I love those original Zelda games where it was kind of like role-playing, but it was also action. You'd actually fight with your sword as opposed to taking turns and just selecting attack. You know what I mean? I don't know. I like those type of games. Is that all? What else are you talking about, LeBaron?
Like 80s, 90s, like power pop. It's so funny. What they did with the actual soundtrack was actually really interesting, but that's really long-winded, and I won't go into it because I know that's what I'm famous for.
Yes.
Being long-winded and pointless. I just wanted to make this...
By the way, again, LeBaron's voicemail is the longest of the batch today.
Quick suggestion, and to say I'm trying to hold back on calling now.
He's actually doing better.
Hopefully that is appreciated.
More like a minute and a half today.
Thank you, Timmy Boo.
All right, thank you, LeBaron. Thank you, everyone, for all of the voicemails. Keep them coming. That's all the time we have on this edition of the show. Want you guys to email me. Show at distortedview.com. Distortedview.com is our official website. Voicemail on for you, 206-666-4463. That's 206-660-GOD. Is it oh God?
Oh, yeah. Gotta get it all down, folks. A little gravy to wash it down. Nice beef gravy, folks.
Spread the distortion, STD. Tell all your friends about the podcast. Don't forget to rate us and review us on iTunes. Guys, thank you so much for a great week of programs. I will see you back on Monday to do it all over again. Until then, bye, everybody.
Read me the appetizers again.
Fried cheese with club sauce.
Oh.
Popcorn shrimp with club sauce. Chicken finger.
Oh, stop it, you're making me dizzy.
With spicy club sauce.
No, I mean stop it.